Your future is decided by who you consider friends.
You know, if you're in Vietnam and want to know about business, actually, if you're anywhere and want to know about business, you might want to check out Tom Peng. He doesn't fuck around. Yeah, Tom Peng. He's A-okay. Peace.
So I got another fan question, right? Let me read that to you. This is from We. So people usually say when you make friends with 5 lazy friends, you become the 6th. But in the environment in Vietnam nowadays, I don't usually find friends in this environment or with older, more successful people in life. So how can I find them and make friend or some kind of relationship like that? Exactly what he wrote. You're absolutely right. You are the result of your friendships. So in my channel, in my other videos, I already talked about how your family probably fucked you up, right? Because most families are not successful people. So they teach their children, some really bad mindset ideas. So, they make you fucking losers because most parents don't know how to teach their children. And when you grow up and you go into society, the only way to overcome your parents' poor teaching is by hanging around people that are more successful than you. That is the only antidote to, your poor parents' teachings. So I want you to look at your 5 best friends. If you even have 5 best friends, look at the 5 people you spend the most time with. They don't have to be your friends. They could be your family. It could be a brother. It could be a sister. It could be, an uncle. It could be your dad. It could be your best friend from university. It could be your best friend from work. Look at the 5 people that you hang around with, that you spend most of your time with. And I want you to look at how successful they are, right? If they're fucking losers, if they're no better than you, then you're gonna be a fucking loser too. The 5 people, how successful they are will determine how successful you are. Because when you spend your time with them, right, you are actually picking up their bad habits. You're learning from those bad habits and you become exactly like them. It is true. When people are together, they learn things from each other. Subconsciously, you don't even know about it. But you pick up all their bad habits and you practice their bad habits and you become a failure, a loser, a nobody. So what I'm saying here is that who you pick as friends will determine your future. It is so true. My mentors taught me that. My mentors told me, look at your family, look at your friends. Who are you hanging around with? If they're fucking losers, then you need to get away from them ASAP, immediately. Don't wait. Even if it's like your husband or your wife or your kid, or maybe not your kids, but girlfriend, boyfriend, if they're a bad influence on you, you need to get out of that relationship. If you want to build success and your wife or your husband is saying, you work too much, why you work so much? You need to get out of that relationship. You're gonna say, sorry, if you're not gonna support me, you're against me. I'm gonna leave now, right? You need to be hard, right? You cannot be wishy-washy. Oh, but I love you. I don't wanna leave you, but I need to do my work. Let me tell you a story. That is me for the last probably 8 or 9 years. I think I said I'm married at some point. My wife is not very supportive. She's a very negative person. She's always looking for problems in the relationship, problem in life. She's a very problem-focused person, so that's why she has a lot of problems. And when you have a significant other that always find problems, create problems, you're not gonna be successful because you want somebody that wants to look for solutions with you, not look for problems, right? So, it took me a long time because it was hard. She's married to me. I can't just dump her. But eventually, after me going to the UK, I met Dan Pena, my mentor in Scotland. And, I shared some of my stories with Dan. And Dan said, well, you got to get out of that relationship ASAP. ASAP. Now! And Dan doesn't fuck around, right? Dan will tell you exactly what it is and he will make you do it. So I did. I can tell you that after, I was separated from my very angry and problematic wife, my business went up. My business, grew fast to this day. And we're going to continue to grow, right? So the people that hang around you will determine your future. If you have a girlfriend, husband, wife that is constantly dragging you down, you're not gonna go anywhere, right? Same with friends. If your friends are shit, if all they wanna do is ask you out for coffee, talk about shit, and then do nothing on the weekend, just kick back, drink coffee, smoke, talk about video games, talk about, gossip, you're gonna be a fucking loser. You need to get out of that relationship. You need to look for people that are truly more successful than you are, right? And how do you find them? Let me answer to the second part of your question. I already talked about that in my channel. You need to look for mentors. You need to look for people that are more successful than you. And you have to be not shy, right? You have to go up to them and say, I wanna learn from you. I wanna be your friend. I wanna learn from you. I want you to be my mentor and teach me how to become like you. And you know what? Most people are very flattered by that. They go, wow, somebody want to learn from me. And it's hard to say no to that, right? If you're sincere, you go up to somebody more successful than you and say, I want to learn from you. Like, you're not going up there to say, I'm looking for a job. No. And when you go find a mentor, if you look for people that you want to learn from, you're not asking them to pay you, right? That's wrong. If you say, I want to learn from you, but can you give me a job? The answer is no, right? But if it's like, I want to learn from you sincerely, just I want you to be there to give me guidance. I'm not asking for any money or anything. I just want to learn from you. It's very flattering, right? For people that, it's hard to resist that. It's hard to, say no to that. And you'll find that most successful people will say yes to you. And then they will start to teach you, their secrets to success. And, unless you're a complete fucktard, they will teach you. Of course, they teach you something and you don't do it, then, they're gonna say, fuck you. And then they move on and they stop talking to you, right? So when you get a mentor, you have to listen to your mentor. You have to listen to what they're saying to you. And you really have to make those changes in your life. And you will see dramatic improvements, right? I can truly say that my life did not dramatically improve like 10 times if I did not have my mentors, right? I would still probably suck because I didn't have the right directions. I didn't have the right mindset, even me, right? But once I met my mentors, once they taught me the right way of thinking, my business went up, my career went up, my money went up, right? So I can say that the people that you hang around with will definitely determine who you are. So how do you find more successful people than you? LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great source. Look for a company. Look for their leaders. Go up to them and say, I want to learn from you, right? What industry do you want to be involved in? Or do you want to be in real estate? Do you want to be in technology? Do you want to be in finance? Whatever it is, find the leader in your industry and go up to them and say, hey, I want to learn from you. I don't want any money. I just want to learn from you. And it's a numbers game. Sometimes they say no, sometimes they say yes. It is a numbers game, right? So the more mentors you have, I would say pick 2 or 3 that are better than you, right? For me, if you don't have I would say $500 million in the bank, you can't be my mentor, right? I'm at that level where, you gotta have $500 million in the bank to be my teacher, right? If you have $1 million in the bank, dude, I have multiples of that. So I don't need you to be my teacher, right? I can teach you. So you really have to look at your level and where you want to go and find that person to teach you, right? And let me give you a few more tips, right? So usually, it's good that, you have some shared hobbies, right? For example, maybe you both like water sports. Maybe you like to play golf. I don't like golf. But, maybe you like to race cars, right? I like that. Usually, if you and your mentor also share a similar hobby, that will help you bond. That help you build rapport. And that's also a good thing. That's a way to, get closer to your mentor, and that way they will teach you more, right? So those are all techniques on how you can build a very successful life. And remember, the people you hang around with will determine your future. If you still hang around with people that do nothing, drink coffee all day, play video games all day, gossip all day, just talk and do nothing, only talk, take no fucking action, then you will be exactly that. You need to get away from them. And sometimes that's painful to leave your friends, leave your family, but you need to do it. Dan Pena, my mentor, left his family when he was young. Grant Cardone, very successful business person, he also left his family when he was young. He left his, hometown when he was young because he knew that for him to become somebody important, he need to go somewhere rather than stay in one place. And all the successful people, they don't consider one place as their home. They consider the world as their home. They will go anywhere the opportunity is. They do not stay in one place. They do not hang around with the same people. They always go out, venture, find new opportunities, find new people, find new connections, right? So that is what you need to be if you truly want to be successful. Take fucking action and don't be a fucktard.